Before I start the video, I would like to give a massive shout out to my Patreons who have been supporting my channel. If you would like to check out my Patreon and receive early access to some very exciting videos coming soon, then please click the link in the description below.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nerd Den here once again, and in today's video we are going to be talking about the viewing figures for Doctor Who Season 1. Yeah, Season 1 hasn't finished yet, but there's been quite a bit of discussion online regarding the viewing figures for this season, because, yeah, obviously there's a lot riding on this season and the next season that will be airing next year, because Doctor Who is going through a little bit of an experimental period, because Doctor Who is now being distributed internationally by Disney, and Doctor Who is now on Disney Plus in every single territory that's available, and that's, you know, available in practically most parts of the world. So there's a lot riding on Doctor Who. There's been a huge marketing push this season. We've seen a lot of trailers, we've seen a lot of press interviews and stuff like that. It's been really cool to see the cast and crew out there really promoting this show. Russell T Davies, who has returned as showrunner, is really going at this full force. You know, he's really pushing the show out there, he's advertising it, and it's nice to see the show getting hyped up, because in the previous era with Chris Chibnall there was a lot of secrecy and the cast didn't really speak about a lot of things, and it did kind of stunt the promotion for that show. Like, we didn't get the release dates up until like 2 weeks before broadcast, and it was a bit of a mess, unfortunately, because, you know, I did like some of those episodes, but unfortunately I couldn't get as hyped because I didn't know when it was releasing. But yeah, let's talk about the viewing figures, because yeah, there's a conversation to be had, and also Doctor Who's future is a little bit uncertain, so let's get into the video. Okay, so first of all, let's start off with the ratings for the 6 episodes that are out right now. So the overnight viewing figures for episode 1 to 6. So we've got 2.6 million for episode 1, then 2.4 million for episode 2, just over 2 million for episode 3. Then we get a little bit of a jump here for episode 4 with 2.62 million, and then episode 5 we're back to 2.12 million. And then episode 6, which was last week's episode, Rogue, was 2.11 million. So now with the plus 7 ratings, there's one for TV only and then TV plus iPlayer. So let's just skip the second one and just go for the one that includes iPlayer as well, because that's kind of what's released through Barb and stuff anyway. So just over 4 million, which is a good enough jump for episode 1, Space Babies. Then episode 2, it dips again, just under 4 million. 3.91 million for episode 2, and then a big dive there for episode 3, which is Boom, 3.5 million, and then episode 4, which it seems to get a little bit of a jump because of episode 3. Like, did Stephen Moffat's episode pique people's interest? I don't know. But yeah, episode 4, which was 73 yards, and again, there's a lot of online discussion about this. It jumps back up to 4 million, and then it dives further again with episode 5 with 3.3 million. So, ooh, okay. So we obviously don't have anything until this week regarding episode 6, but okay. Let's have a look at Russell T Davies's interview, where he's given some stuff to talk about regards in, you know, season 3, which will be not next year but the year after. So, from Doctor Who TV, this is an extract from an interview Russell has done with the Radio Times. He has been working on future scripts for Doctor Who, which is good, but the official status of the show beyond 2025 is still up in the air. So, Series 15 has already been filmed and is confirmed to air in 2025. Series 16 of Doctor Who has not been confirmed, but it will obviously be called Season 3, you know, because of the whole rebrand and stuff. But Davies is very confident that it will go ahead. So he has said, I'm working on the 4th script now for this series. It's not actually commissioned, that's still up in the air, but that's the same for every TV programme. He adds, I shouldn't say we're confident because that's asking for a full, but we're very confident, to be honest, that we'll just keep going. So Ncuti is going to be returning to theatre for the play The Importance of Being Earnest. However, if Doctor Who does get the go-ahead, Davies said they will be filming early next year. So this will all likely depend on Disney renewing their deal with the BBC, which will reportedly be decided upon early 2025. Okay, very interesting. And then there has been this comment as well that Russell T Davies has also said, and I believe this is coming from the Radio Times as well. So he has said this year, this is in response to a question saying, this year feels like a reinvention of the show, the new streaming era of Disney. Any growing pains, anything you do differently going back? And Russell has replied with, I mean, no. To be honest, I'm very proud of it. You know, they might not be the ratings we'd love. We always want higher, but they are building over the 28-day period. Episode 1, Space Babies, is already up to 5.6 million and counting, so it is getting there. And actually, I was brought back in to bring in a youthful audience. That's already been massively successful. The audience no one ever gets are the under 30s. They just don't watch television anymore, but those figures are astronomical for Doctor Who. It's their top program in that bracket. I never thought it was possible, to be honest, but according to the people who draw the numbers, all targets have been reached and exceeded. The BBC are running around like mad things. So, is Doctor Who's future actually uncertain? Now, I think in terms of the BBC side of things, I feel like, I have no reason to doubt Russell being honest here. You know, yeah, it's probably met the expectations that the BBC want in order to keep the show running, which is good. Obviously, Doctor Who's like a household name anyway, and I would never doubt that they just suddenly take it off air because one season didn't meet numbers and stuff like that. And if anything, hey, they'll just rebrand the show again because that seems to be the ongoing thing. But I think the only bit of concern for me is obviously the Disney side of things. Would Disney renew their deal with the BBC for Doctor Who if it doesn't meet their expectations, which is the only doubt I've got in my mind right now. But obviously season 1 has yet to fully finish right now. We've still got 2 more weeks of season 1, and then we've got a full season ahead next year, alongside a couple of Christmas specials here and there. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that things do go well. But yeah, Doctor Who is a little bit on an uncertain track right now because I think this is the first time in a while that they've openly acknowledged that it hasn't been commissioned yet. So hopefully, fingers crossed that it goes well. Obviously, I'm not going to wish for Doctor Who's downfall, of course not. I have generally enjoyed this season. I will obviously have my review up fully when the season is finished. But yeah, hopefully everything goes well in terms of Doctor Who's future. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below. Have you been enjoying the season so far? Are you hoping that Doctor Who stays with Disney and this whole BBC deal? And what do you think of those numbers? And anyway, I'll see you all next time. Thank you very much for all the support. Take care. Love you all and peace.